It's so important in your company people to create a culture in which innovation can exist. Right? Because innovation is a tiny little flame. It's like a spark. And it's so easy for you to blow it out, and it goes away. Innovation is not like the Olympics. You know, in the Olympics, you train for 15 years to have the one downhill race. 10 seconds later, it's over, and you came in fourth. You lost. No, innovation is like football, where you have lots and lots of chances to make a goal, and you fall down and get up and try again and play for an hour. You've got lots of chances.
Want to get real value from your next meeting? To have your attendees leave talking about how they're going to improve their company? Terry Jones, Master of Innovation, founder of Travelocity.com, chairman of Kayak.com, venture capitalist and consultant, can show your audience what they need to know now for success in this complex digital world and give them the keys to innovation. The Morning Call said in a recent review, Jones's address wove together statistics, anecdotes, and humor in a fabulous presentation.
My printer sold me ink. That's weird, okay? But why did it do that? Because ink costs more than Dom Perignon and more than Chanel No. 5. The printer is just a vehicle to sell you ink anyway. But think about it. They built themselves into the process. How can you build yourself into the customer's process? Is it a life event? Are they getting married? Are they getting divorced? Are they having kids? Is somebody going to college? How do you become part of that sale so it's automatic like HP did? You have to celebrate success, and you have to be okay with failure. And you have to deal with the boson layer. Okay? Now, the boson layer is middle management. And some of you are middle management, but I will tell you that people in general in the middle crush innovation. They don't want change. They don't want to take a chance. So as leaders or as innovators, how do you crush the boson layer? What you have to do is encourage success and be okay with failure and listen to people and act and try. This game was totally created online and through internet messenger and chat. A $300,000 business that is entirely virtual, created by a bunch of kids from 15 to 18. Now, I don't know about you, but as a former CEO and CIO, that is a different world than the one I grew up in. But they are totally comfortable in that world. And if you're going to succeed in the future and deal with them, you are going to have to be as well. Technology to you is whatever didn't exist when you were born. So a computer is technology to my 90-year-old dad. A Nintendo is technology to me. I can't thumb it correctly, right? But we have this whole generation of screenagers who were born at the keyboard, right? 80% of teenagers use the internet a startling 21 hours a week. 98% of college kids have purchased online versus just 50% of the rest of us. Which is probably why Yellow Pages sales are projected down 40% in the next 4 years. I spoke at 2 of the last 5 Yellow Pages conventions, and last year when I was there, I just wanted to stand up and say, ladies and gentlemen, you're toast. But they paid me a lot of money, so I took about an hour to say that. But they are toast, okay? And you're not going to catch these kids with newspapers. The average age of newspaper readers in the U.S. is 54. But 73% of these kids are online every day. During the internet bubble, somebody said, somewhere out there is a bullet with your name on it, shot by a competitor unknown and unborn who will render your business obsolete. Well, a great Harvard quote, I don't think it really happened, but if you change one word to business model obsolete, then I do think it happened, right? Here's the traditional marketplace, bookstore, record store, Yellow Pages, encyclopedia, replaced by the world of selection and price, Amazon, Netflix, Encarta. Now being replaced by the world of speed and convenience, an e-book, YouTube, Craigslist, Wikipedia. If you're Britannica, how you like to compete against free, right? And guess what? All these are user-generated. People are creating these businesses, which is short-circuiting lots of traditional ones. So if you're going to stay in a traditional world and not deal with this new marketplace, this better be your slogan. I've got something you can't Google, right? Because if they can Google it, then you're in a different world. We're standing on the shores of the infinite. And our attitude makes all the difference in the world. Do you want the best of times or the worst of times? You know, which one are you going to open up and read? A lot of people say the internet, the digital world is marginalizing their business. It's keeping them all in like this. The way to avoid being marginalized is to draw your own margins. It's to take the data you get from this conference and go home and change something. Make a difference. Recently, I went to the Galapagos Islands. It's the best vacation I ever had. As a travel agent, I highly recommend it. And that's where Darwin, of course, did the research for his great work. We wrote about survival of the fittest. And I always thought survival of the fittest was about the lion. It was about the biggest, baddest guy in the jungle. That is not what he said. He said it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change. The ones most responsive to change. I hope I've given you a few thoughts about change today, and I thank you very much.
Terry can show your group what lies ahead in business and will give them practical steps to help them deal with change. Join us now for a few excerpts from some of Terry's recent programs.